So we were hitting the beans pretty hard after the 2 weeks of rain that we just had, but now we had another 3 days of rain kind of on and off throughout the day, which allowed us not to get into the field. Late afternoon, we tried beans a little bit more, and they were testing a little wetter than Dad liked to see. They're about 15%. We'd like to be in the 13% range. So therefore, we took the bean head off and put the corn head back on, and we're hitting the last remaining 50 some odd acres of corn.
Well, I wasn't here at that time.
Jet was still in bed. So we went to start the dryer this morning. Load auger started, and then the harvester started smoking. For whatever reason, that 5-horse motor gave up the ghost this morning. So now we got to go to town, get a new motor before we can start drying corn. And we got dry corn because the wet bin's going to be filled. And if the wet bin's filled, that means we can't pick corn. If we can't pick corn, that means it's going to get rained on tomorrow. We don't want that. We want to pick corn.
So that's the motor right there that bit the dust, and that's what draws out corn from the harvester into the vertical that loads the dryer. So Grant went and got the new motor. We put it on. Dad's wiring it up.
Another quality item made in China. Globetrotters. Now I know what that means.
Globetrotters?
Marathon Globetrotter. They trotted right over to China. For crying out loud.
Kind of like laughing out loud, but it's crying out loud. COL.
There you go. You're getting it.
Stuff around. Wow, that's not easy.
Makes life a lot easier when you do stuff right.
But we want enough slack so it'll spin on the belt if this plugs instead of burning out our motor again. But that's not the reason the last one gave. We're up and running again. Kind of running into a problem where it's not feeding through the machine very good because some of it's down, and then it just ends up pulling the whole roots out, and then it starts jamming up the individual rows right here. So sometimes we just have to get out and kind of clean them out and throw it back up into the combine. Plus, we don't want that dirt running through the machine. We're gonna drive through a tornado. We're inside of a tornado. We're inside of a tornado.
Well, 15 acres left. We tore something up. And I think it's the 3 bolts that hold the variable speed pulley, the inner pulley, that drives the cylinder.
Use a little gas brush, clean you up while we're inside here, see if there's anything wrong. And also it gives us a chance to put new grease, like Bob Ross. Just beat the devil out of it. Get some crimson red. Nice little dabble. And don't be afraid to get a little aggressive with it, you know? Sometimes life will get aggressive with you, and you just gotta get it back.
So how's your painting skills compared to Bob Ross, Chet?
I wouldn't say they're as good, but
You're right there?
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is our problem. We broke all 3 bolts, and this assembly goes in that variable speed assembly. But we found another issue. This piece has got a crack in it. We're gonna run it. We got 15 acres left. Actually 15 acres of corn, about 60 acres of bean. We're gonna see if it'll make it. And then we'll repair it replaced this winter.
Got them all shined up and looking clean. Didn't really see anything wrong with it. Looks pretty good, so we're just gonna fix the other part and put these back together and get back in the field. So this is where all those other pieces go on to. That cracked piece will fit opposite with the teeth going in towards that way. And that's the piece that the bolts were connected to, which started this whole process. It's under spring tension to push that out and to engage it or disengage it. And that will connect to the belt that's going right there to that other pulley that is split in half that we split apart. This pulley comes off the engine. So this is our raw engine power. Come to here, go to this pulley, which then turns another pulley on the inside. So there's a pulley here and a pulley here. And the belt will come down to this pulley, which will then drive this other pulley to go down to this pulley, which will then thrash the grain. We did end up putting that cracked piece back in just due to time. We have 15 acres left of corn and about 50 acres of soybeans. Normally we would have the soybeans done at this time of the year, but just kind of Mother Nature doing her job, not helping us out. Hopefully that cracked piece will get us through the 70 acres that we have to do.
Class 6, 2021. And that's a wrap.